Welcome to the Law Firm Marketing Minute, your source of internet marketing inspiration.
Hey everyone, and welcome to the Law Firm Marketing Minute. I'm your host, John Henson, and this week I have a message for you. It's going to be blunt, it's going to be very direct, and I say this with love. You do not know how to market your firm. You don't. It is very clear, very obvious, and it's not your fault. Like, we say this a lot, and this is not necessarily a regurgitation of a message that I have communicated before, where it's like, oh, you went to school to be a lawyer. Well, yeah, you did. And yeah, you didn't go to school to take marketing classes or other business classes. Like, you may have started out that way. In my experience, most have poli-sci degrees or, history or whatever. Then they go on to law school. Some of you may have been in business school. You started there. Who knows? But the vast majority of law firm owners didn't take marketing classes. And so the overwhelming majority of law firm owners equate marketing their firm to search engines. And that's one element of it, but it is not the only element, nor is it the vast majority of marketing, right? There are so many extra things that go into marketing, and marketing does not equal Google. It doesn't. Additionally, and I know a lot of you do this, and it's fine if you do, but marketing also does not equal getting police reports and accident reports so that you can send out a direct mail flyer to people who have never heard of you in an attempt to try to generate cold leads and cold business. That is, again, one element of marketing, but it is not the only thing, nor is it the biggest thing. All right. Like, and let's hang out here on the direct mail stuff real quick, because I know that that's a decent majority of people, especially in the personal injury space, probably in the criminal, in the criminal defense space as well, especially if you're doing a lot of traffic tickets. The mailer that you send out has to provide value, right? Like, I go back to my own personal experience with this in 2022? Yeah, last year, about a year ago. I got a traffic ticket. There was a weird intersection, and I thought I stopped and pulled into the next part of the intersection in front of a police officer who completely disagreed with my decision. And we talked it out, and, I lost. Of course, you're not going to win those arguments. So I had to find a lawyer to handle the traffic ticket for me. And we've even done a webinar on this because, someone in our office got a speeding ticket, and how it goes. People, they get the traffic ticket reports, they get the information, they send out a ton of mailers. I got probably 6 or 7 different envelopes all around the same day from various law firms, like, hey, we'll take care of your ticket for you. And I read every single one of them, mostly because I am in marketing and I wanted to see kind of what it was all about. But to me, and they all came in there were different colors. Some were like on a yellow paper, some were on a blue paper, some were on white. The vast majority of them, the ones that I didn't hire, didn't tell me a story. It didn't help me relate to the law firm. It was just, hey, we fight traffic tickets. Here's what we do. Some said, how much they charge. Some didn't. That's irrelevant. You can put your rate in there or not, doesn't matter. Because what will drive that decision is how you connect with the people that are reading that letter. And the firm that I ended up hiring was the one that told me a convincing story and helped me see that, like, okay, this lawyer that I ended up going with used to be a police officer. He understands the language. He understands the methodology. He can absolutely handle my case, get it reduced or even thrown out. None of the other mailers that I got connected with me on that level. It was just, hey, we'll see what we can do. Here's how much we'll charge. call us. And it was terrible. And they went straight in the trash. And so if you're going to be doing the mailers, tell a story, find a way to relate to that. And if you feel like you can't do that, then don't send the mail. All right. The business that you're getting from it can't be that good of an investment. Maybe it is. Maybe out of 100 pieces of mail you send out, you get one case and that pays for all of the paper and postage and all of that. I don't know. But on the back end of that, if you're going to be doing the direct mail or whatever it is that you're going to be doing, whether or you're trying for Google, whatever it is, the reason I said that there are more pieces to it is because your website has to absolutely back up what the mail said or what people click on a search result. And if your website sucks, and if your website doesn't reinforce the expectations or fulfill the needs of the people that get there, you're going to lose that business. They're going to go to your competitors, and you almost become a marketer for your competing law firms rather than marketing for your own firm. And that is devastating, right? Because as a small firm, your budget's limited already. You need to be making sure that you're marketing your own firm, not driving people to your other competitors. And look, we talk about how your marketing should repel some people. It shouldn't repel everybody. So that's the thing to keep in mind. Your marketing strategy for your firm is so much more than a Google ranking. It's so much more than a direct mail flyer for someone who just got a traffic ticket or into a car accident. It is, it's an ecosystem. It's a well-performing website. It's a website that is consistently updated with new content, blog content, video content. It's having a social media presence that people are going to check out, that's going to get in front of other people, that is essentially replacing the billboards and signage that law firms used to put up all around town or in phone books or anything like that. And we'll talk about that in next week's episode. It's really a collection of things. It is absolutely not one singular thing. And when you get past that hurdle, when you get past that mental block, because look, again, it's not your fault. Law firms and lawyers for years have been told, focus on search engines, focus on your Google ranking. And it's almost like having a good website is an afterthought. It's almost like providing value to your potential clients is an afterthought. And I get that, like, you don't want to give out something for free that someone could have otherwise paid for, but that's all in how you frame it, right? And we'll have an episode later on talking about that. We've probably even done one in the past on it as well. But make sure that whatever you're doing, the direct mail, the search engine stuff, that is icing on top of your bigger marketing cake, right? Your foundation should be a good website with good content that's providing value, because that's what makes that direct mail work better. That's what makes your search engine ranking convert better, because when people land on your website, they're going to see, okay, yeah, this is a good firm. They know what they're doing. They know what they're talking about. That's what's going to get them to convert. My experience with the direct mail, I checked out a couple of the websites. They weren't great. And so it was the story, it was the reinforcement. Unfortunately, the firm that I worked with wasn't great at following up. Nurturing is another key component of your marketing that you need to take into consideration. They didn't do a great job of that. But the idea that marketing is singular or maybe even twofold, threefold is so dangerous, because there's so much more you're missing out on. It's killing the effectiveness of the things that you're doing. And so when we say, we say more referrals, better clients, higher ROI, that's the higher ROI element that we're talking about. It starts with your website. It builds with the blog and the video content that you consistently add to your website that's providing value, that's answering the common questions and concerns that your audience has. And that's what in turn makes the other stuff that you do that much more effective, that direct mail, the search rankings, whatever the case it is. So if you need help with that, obviously we're here to talk about it, help you out a little bit more. If you have any other questions, man, feel free to reach out. I'm happy to chat with you about your own specific situation. I see the download numbers. I know that there's a bunch of you out there listening every week, and we really do appreciate it. But we're happy to continue the conversation in any way we can. So if there's any questions that you have, definitely feel free to reach out to me directly, John, JOHN at spotlightbranding.com. Just happy to chat with you and help you out in any way we can. All right. That's going to do it for us this week. We'll see you next time.
Thanks for joining us. Please visit lawfirmmarketingminute.com for more information. We'll see you next time.